Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Amofah and I'm super excited that you're here. This is me keeping my word to staying committed to helping you find your true self through a personal relationship with Jesus and walking boldly in that identity fulfilling purpose. Thank you for choosing to go on this journey with me. Now let's get into today's business. Oh wait, have you subscribed yet? Please do, and also share this with someone. I'm truly grateful. Now let's get into it. Hi, my name is Amofah and welcome to the Business of Everyday podcast. So over here we talk about issues of life, faith. We also talk about money matters, and if it's worth it, we are definitely going to talk about it. It's not every time that we talk about money matters, but today I have someone joining me to discuss a very important subject that is really going to impact us, to get money flowing into our pockets. And so without talking much, I would want to welcome Benjamin Amofah Frimpong, who is a microfinance practitioner. So stay with us and you'll learn some more. So welcome, Ben.
Thank you, Priscilla.
So how are you doing?
By God's grace, I'm doing well.
Okay. It's a good day to talk about money.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times we complain about, there's no money in the system. We are broke, we are this, we are that. But interestingly, some time ago, you sent a book on one of our platforms, and then I immediately texted you. I was like, no, this is a subject we need to talk about because it's very interesting and it's just basic things that we can learn from, that we can, get some cash flowing into, our pocket. So we want to start by talking about the psychology of money and basically flow into places where we can find money. Yeah.
Money matters is quite an interesting issue to discuss. Actually, I think from the biblical side, it said money answereth all things.
Right.
Which means it carries a power to solve issues. So money itself is something that wherever you raise it, it becomes a very huge concern.
Yeah.
Especially when you are coming from where I come from. Where the sun is so hot, everybody's crying, and we are looking for at least something to cool us down.
Yeah.
So I think it's something worth discussing. Where money hides, there are a lot of places where money hides. And I believe that by the end of our discussion, at least our listeners should be able to identify one or two places around them and within them whereby they can tap into and make money.
Right.
I believe, and I always say that we live in this world with most of our lives trying to make money.
Right. Yeah.
And I think it's worth talking about.
Yeah, that's so true. So basically, there's this mindset we have about money. Even there are people who are very optimistic about finding money, being aggressive, and how things should be done. But learning a little bit about, how these people who are doing business and all that, the way they talk and the way they approach life situations, you realize that these things are not far-fetched. Basic things around us are a medium or a channel by which we can actually get money flowing into our direction. So if you can tackle, our mindsets about money, and then you can jump into, the places where we can find them.
All right, thank you. I think, you see, I always say life is not so complicated. Actually, life is simple. If you get to understand life from that perspective, you wouldn't struggle much.
Right.
From the biblical grounds, the concept of faith, it simplifies life. It makes you assume that just do the little that you can and believe that the greater one out there will take care of the difficult parts.
Right.
What it means is that you do not need to see life as more complex. Just take it one step at a time.
Okay.
And I think people apply the same strategy and the same step towards making money.
Okay.
So most of them, when we ask them, how are you able to do this business or that business? And they explain it to you. Sometimes you marvel and you say, is this guy sure that this is what he did to make this money? You see, it moves from one step to another. And you see, it starts in a simple way. And as it goes up, it may look simple, but then it gets a bit more complicated up there, but they are simple basic steps.
Right.
So they just keep on expanding it. The same strategy, the same step. You talk to one person, you try to find an easy way of approaching the person, convincing the person to buy into your product. It's just one person.
Right.
That person buys into it. You treat the person well. The person sells it to another person. Before you realize you have 10 people, they are selling to another 10. And it keeps on increasing.
Right.
Later, you sign on to a platform because your numbers are many. That platform will communicate and interact with your people. So realize that it is getting complicated, but then with technology and you try to leverage on it, you're able to reach out to so many people.
Right.
So at the end of the day, as you're able to treat one person well, you're able to treat about 1,000 people the same way. Attending to their issues on time,
Right.
trying to make them feel that you really need them. And any customer you treat like that will stay. And I believe that it is nothing so complicated. You see, I took this thing from Pastor Emmanuel Lumide. I like to call him Pastor.
Okay.
And I read this book, School of Money. That is, it is just a small portion of the book. And I believe that our listeners will be interested in reading this book, The School of Money. Just find it by Pastor Olumide Emmanuel, and I believe you'll be able to get a lot of things from there.
Right.
He explains 10 places where money hides.
Okay.
And we will go through these 10 places. He referred to them as places, which makes it, the last time I looked at the topic, I was like, places. Not like 10 maybe areas or something, but he used places.
It's definite.
And I think that even makes it more insightful.
Yeah.
So we'll be going to these places. We'll travel there, get to know what is there, and maybe how we can tap into some of the things in these places that can help us to make money.
Right. Okay, so we want to just jump straight into some of these places that we are talking about where money hides, that we can get them flowing in our direction, so if you will.
So it's our prayer that by the end of this discussion, everybody listening to us will get to know one or two of these places. They are not far. They are all around us. Some too are within us, where we can tap into and make money.
Right.
And I believe God wants us to make money.
Of
That's
course.
why he says all monies and riches, they belong to you. It means God is even interested in money. So as children of God, we should be interested in making money. We are looking at just two basic things. We are trying to see and identify keys that will help us to monetize our talents. And also we are trying to identify and explore financial opportunities around us.
Okay.
Sometimes we look too far and we try to assume too much. But as I said, life is not so complicated. Just start from the basic steps. And as you continue and it grows, it becomes easier. And the most complicated ones, because you are applying the basic steps, you wouldn't see it to be complicated. So I think that God will guide us so that we achieve these two major objectives.
Right.
We'll be looking at 10, but we'll talk about the first 5 in this session.
Okay.
And then we'll look at people. And all these things I'm taking directly from his book, 10 places where money hides.
Okay.
So this session, we're looking at 5 places. So he addresses the first place to be people.
Okay.
And we'll go into it. The second one, he talks about problems.
Maybe we should just pick it one
by
and
one.
then deal with it, and then we'll move to there.
So let's look at the first one. He talks about people.
Okay.
And he said it that money hides in people. This is how he said it. Let me cite a quote from his book. He said that we have over 7 billion people on earth. And I can tell you clearly that money hides in these people and will easily flow from them. 1, if you have something to exchange for it. And 2, if you can solve a problem for them. So when you hear it, money hides in people, you're wondering, what is this man talking about? Humans are humans.
Right.
And you realize that money that we have in the system is humans that uses them.
Yeah.
So if you want to find money, the basic thing that this man is trying to tell us is that look for people. Try to identify people.
Yeah.
And then try to identify a need in those people. A need that you can solve.
Right.
A problem, because every human being has a problem. And there are numerous problems around us. And Ghana, we have over 7 billion people. But Ghana, we have about 30 million. So let's break it down. Over the 30 million people, bringing it to children all the way to the aged. I was thinking through that. I was like, okay, then you only need to look at the working age. Not even the working age alone, but even children. Because people develop products to suit children.
Right.
They are making a lot of money. People develop products to suit the aged, the sick. So you can identify a lot of problems around you which are linked to the people around you. And as you continue to solve problems, then money will flow from them to you.
Right.
He explained this, that money, one of the reasons why money is referred to as a currency is because it flows.
Right.
It travels. And it travels from one person to another. And that is how money works. So money comes about as a result of creating value. And that value is what you transfer to people, and then people in exchange will give you their money.
Right.
So it's a matter of tapping into people's hands, their hearts, and then taking their money.
Yeah.
And how do you do that? Solve a problem. Identify a problem, provide solutions, and they'll give you their money.
Yeah.
And that was the first one you talked about.
Yeah.
Let me mention this. There are millions hiding in people that can also flow to you if you create value to draw it out. And I would like to emphasize on that statement, draw it out.
Right.
Don't sit there waiting for people to bring you their money. It won't work. And if you beg, it might work in the first instance for you. Because there are some people, they are highly charitable, they have kind hearts. So when you ask, they will give. But when they give 1, 2, 3, I can assure you, they will not give again.
Right.
You become tired of
giving. Yeah, of course.
So you have to draw it out. How do
and
you draw it
by
out?
providing value.
That is it. You provide value. So you create something in exchange for the money. And most of the things we'll be talking about, they are a form of value creation.
Right.
And I believe that people around us, we need to understand, are the main target that we can make money from. And money hides in people.
Right.
So anybody you see is a potential money-making machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is it.
So
So everyone you see around you has money, but they cannot give it to you except you have something of value to make them release it.
Yeah.
So always you need to, you see, empower yourself. We always talk about developing yourself. And what is the essence of it? When you develop yourself, you create in yourself a sense of value.
Right.
You see, you've given yourself a kind of potential by exploring something. It can be an academic knowledge or something, an educational something you want to do, or some skills or training that you've acquired. But unfortunately for us, in this part of our world, we are always limited. Because when I study accounting, all that I know is accounting.
Right.
We don't really try to learn other things. We even look down more on the skill side.
Right.
And moreover, all that we know is the simple book stuff, which limits you. And all that you know is to go and sit at the office, and it's only the accounting that you know.
Right.
So I think we need to explore, and we need to open ourselves more, so that at least we can avail yourself to be able to tap into opportunities that lies in people,
Right.
which has the potential of giving us money. And don't look far. Don't look at the problems to be so far. I think we are going into the next portion, whereby the problem. So money hides in problems. So maybe let me use this opportunity to jump into that.
Right.
When you talk about the problem, sometimes we look at the bigger ones. Don't think so far. You see, when you look around you in our environment, imagine the volumes of money that Zoom Lion is making from just gathering waste. You see, the man is solving a problem. So there are a lot of problems around us. And every problem you see is a potential money-making instrument.
Right.
And it's a place where money is hiding. We were having this discussion earlier that, funny enough, some of the scenarios the man did put in his book, that the caterer or the person who sells money makes money, who sells food makes money out of our hunger.
Right. Yeah. And you cannot deny hunger. It's a basic
out
need.
of boredom, the comedian makes money.
Yeah.
You get that?
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't want to be lonely, you are bored, so you want to listen to music. And that is how come our musicians are making more money. Also, we listen to music. You get that?
Yeah.
But sometimes you feel depressed, you feel down, you need something to lift your spirits, and then you listen to it. You get that? And I was having this discussion with somebody. We were discussing about the church and its relevance. And I was telling the person, one of the key relevance of the church is that, you see, the church plays a critical psychological role. A lot of people would have committed suicide. A lot of people will still be down. And a lot of people will be sick. Some sicknesses which are created by our own habits, bad behaviors. But because of the church, and sometimes when we go to church, what we hear, the music, the dance, the relationship that you form with other people, the bond.
Yeah.
You see, it helps you to release a lot of stress, a lot of pressure that you pick up from outside. And when you come, sometimes you'll be exalted, you'll be motivated by the message and the preaching. And before you go, you see, when you came, you were high, but before you go, you were down.
Yeah.
You get that? You feel relaxed and you feel more motivated to go out there and do something.
Right.
And that is a problem the church is solving. And the church is making more money now. I was telling the person, he was saying, now all the money is the church. I said, yes, the church is making more money now because the church is becoming more powerful because there are too many stressed people. Depression. You get that? The problems are getting numerous. As time goes up, we face a lot of problems. And as the problems increases, you see, people become a bit more aggressive, become a bit more stressed, and sometimes we don't know what to do.
Right.
So you go to a place
end up
and
in
the
the
pastor
church.
makes you feel comfortable. Sometimes from church, you feel like a millionaire. Meanwhile, you don't even have money for transport. You get it? Some pastors can inspire you, master, and you are in the church, you are a millionaire, you say amen, and in your head you feel like a millionaire. Meanwhile, you don't even have money to feed.
Yeah.
You get that?
That's so
And
true.
you can, I can tell you, this thing plays a very crucial role in our lives. You see, some people go home, they don't have something to eat, and they feel like killing themselves. But when somebody inspires and makes you feel like, oh, regardless of you not having money to feed, regardless of you not having nice clothes, you are still somebody. And it makes you feel more important.
Right.
That can inspire you to go out there and do something. You get that? And you would want to give everything in your pocket to that person for that.
Oh, it's true.
That is it. And we are getting a lot of motivational speakers, especially for the past 10, 15 years. And I think 20 years going, you realize that we got a lot of inspirational speakers and charismatic preachers. Let me put it in that way. It's because from the 83 coming, I think from 30 years coming, because of that problem that they had, people were down, they needed to be inspired. And people realized that problem. So let's come and inspire them. You realize? And God also moves along with us because he works in humans. So he brought a lot of charismatic, inspired prophets, preachers, that will inspire people to lift their spirit high. And it wouldn't follow the normal trend of just mere teaching just like that.
Yeah.
You get that? And it is working. And that has contributed to the massive growth in the church.
That's true.
You get that? And so I think that he's right. Money hides in problems.
Yeah.
If you want money, look for problem.
And you see, one thing you're talking about, who ever thought that, Zoom Lion, it's a business run out of garbage, like, something that no one wants to get close to.
Yeah.
So I think I heard his story some time back, and he was talking about how he started. People thought, like, what's this guy doing? So like, most of the things that we are looking out for, like the problems are there, but the issue is that we are not looking at those because they don't look nice. You get it? Where the money really is, you'd see someone like those who fix their car, they call them fitters. Like those people. You see, they are always dressed like
You are only
dirty
looking
clothes
at
and
their
all those
dirty
things.
shirts.
Yes. But there are some problems that they are solving, and there are some monies that are flowing in their direction
A lot
that
of
you
money.
wearing a tie sitting in the office, you're not getting those kinds of monies, So I think we should have a change of mind as to if we really want money to flow in our direction. Money is no respecter of tie or
No,
whatever,
no,
as long as you are willing to give value.
Your beautiful face will not just fetch you money.
It will flow in your direction.
There should be something which you are eager to give out. You see?
Yeah.
And that is what I think will help. So you need to look around, and every problem you see, every need you see, is a potential money spinner for you. And that is how he did put it. So let's stop complaining. Unfortunately for us, we complain too much. And that is easy. I was sitting down last and I was like, what are we doing to ourselves? Indirectly, we always keep reminding ourselves how hopeless we are. We always keep reminding ourselves the problems that we see. But we never talk about solutions.
Yeah.
And whenever, even in our discussion, we try to bring out solutions, then we point our fingers to the systems. Even the system is not good. Even when you want to do this, it will not help you. So if you focus on problems, okay, and we are not thinking about the
The
solutions,
solutions, yeah.
where will we go? Psychologically, you'll be derailed. It's like you will not have anything to achieve. You get that? So I think, let's stop complaining. Okay, and the attitude towards problems needs to change. It shouldn't be about complaints. Let's look at it from a positive perspective.
Where there's a problem, money is hidden in there.
That is it. And how do I get the money? Look for solutions. So look around you. Whatever problem you see, don't complain. Think. Let the problem get you thinking. What can I do about this problem? The next point he said, money hides in gifts and talents. Gifts and talents. And when I was going through this, one thing that marveled me was like, the simple way that the man used to explain his stuff. He did not look so far. He said that, what is it that you think you can do? You have so many capabilities.
Right.
You can see. That is a gift.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Your ability to see.
Yeah.
You can hear. You can smell. You can talk. You can walk. You can run. You can feel, you see, there are so many, and all of it has a potential in there that you can use. Somebody is making millions from just the ability to run faster.
Yeah.
You get that?
Yeah.
Somebody is making millions from just the ability to talk. The person has just polished his way of talking and to be able to talk well. And that person can talk for hours. And we call them speakers. You get that?
Yeah.
So you arrange a whole program, you see hundreds of people coming together just listening to that person.
And even from what you said, I think some of the things even like connect to each other. So if you have a gift, you have a talent, you have to find way of giving people value out of that gift. You being able to speak gifts and bring people together. It's another thing. It's a gift. Maybe you are good at organizing events and you're also good at speaking. Your ability to bring people together and that charisma you have coupled with something, looking at the needs of the people. People are tired. People need to be inspired. People, need to be encouraged. Putting all these things together and then bringing people together to speak to them. At the end of everything, they don't feel like they've wasted their money because they are empowered to do something more. So I think that a combination of even the things that you've mentioned, is able to put us
to
each other. Yeah.
So there is nobody who is empty.
Yes,
God never created any person who is empty.
Yeah.
Every individual is unique in their own way. And I think it is one thing we need to let everybody who is listening to us to understand.
Yeah.
Everyone is unique. Don't try to be somebody.
Yes, that's one.
Don't try to be like this lady here or me or another person there. It's good to appreciate and then admire somebody for whatever the person is doing or whatever achievement the person has done. But then you are unique in your own way that if you give yourself the chance, God can even make you far better than that person.
That's right.
You get that? So just look inside. There are so many gifts. So I think we need to look inside.
Yeah.
And this one is not outside. This one is looking
within.
in here.
Yeah.
Personally, there are a lot of things you can do. Just look in there and then link it up to the problems you see. You see how all these things are interlinked?
Yeah.
So you look inside there, the gifts and the talent that God has given you, and then look around you. Is there any problem that this gift can really solve? And that is how you create the value.
Yeah.
So that is where your gift becomes
relevant. Yeah.
You get that? Yeah. So you link it up, and I'm sure you'll be able to make money out of it.
Yeah.
So every individual has something in there that you can make money from.
Yeah. I think that we have to begin to sit down, and sometimes when we talk about gift talents, people think it's so far away. But there's definitely something you are good at. So you look at your strengths, you look at your weaknesses. Even your weaknesses, there's something that can do. So the strength, you list all those things down, as you already mentioned. You list it down. And then it's time for you, because you can't just use raw something to make money. It has to be polished. So the gifts and talents, you write them down. These are my strengths. These are my weaknesses. Now you've identified them. It's now time to develop them. Sometimes we don't develop our gifts and then we deploy it. Yeah. And then you don't make the impact, or you don't receive. Yes. No, you can't make. Yeah, it won't work.
Even if it takes up, it won't stand.
Yes, it won't. Yeah. So we need to identify, then develop the gift. Become good at what you do. And you become a master at something by constantly practicing the thing, constantly doing the thing. You become good at it. You get it? So, and once you are good at that, then you begin to deploy. The impact or the money that's going to flow in your direction will be greater when you are able to polish what you have, rather than just giving it in its raw state. You even, burden yourself with a lot of pressure. So that's what I wanted to add.
I was saying this to somebody that, you see, our world as it is now, it makes it even easier to exhibit and monetize your talent.
Yeah.
No matter how weird your talent may be, just imagine people making money from fighting. First, it was just boxing. Now you see the different kinds of fighting that we have.
Yeah.
All forms, even animals fighting.
Yeah.
You get that? And you see, any gift you see, you think you have, just as you said, you can build it, improve on it, and you can make something out of it. Nobody is empty. Everybody has something.
Oh, yeah.
And there is somebody out there, there is a medium out there that can patronize what you have. And you need to search for it.
Yeah.
You get that? And I believe with that, you'll be able to at least make something out of it. And truly, money hides in gifts and talents.
Yeah.
Your pastor is making money, Because he's using his gift and talent. You get that? The prophet is making money. We complain so much about prophets. But it's an easy identified talent.
And the
like
people are demanding it.
They exhibit their gift.
There is demand for prophets
and
in
the
this
money
country.
that comes to them, you see, we all say, fine, there are some few that will be asking, but actually because of the use of the gift, sometimes you become marveled. And you will be tempted to give.
Yeah.
You get that? And that's why even in the olden days, people hardly go to prophets empty-handed. Because you'll be marveled by the exhibiting of the gifts.
Yeah.
You get that? And I think we have a lot of gifts and we need to make use of it. And lastly, money hides in opportunities. Opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities around us.
Yeah.
You see, I was mentioning this issue with our country. We complain so much. What it means is that there are too many problems around us. And when there are too many problems, and then Pastor Lumide says money hides in problems, it means there's too much money around us.
Yeah.
If you look at it from that perspective.
Yes.
There's a lot of, you see, our country is still growing. We have a lot of unexplored areas. So many sectors of the economy which has not been explored. Even our Greek, which is the foundation of our nation, is so much unexplored. There's a lot we can do with it. But just that we are not looking in that dimension. And also, we are not ready. Preparation. You see, opportunities are there. Money hides in opportunities. But when opportunities comes and you are not prepared, you will miss it.
Oh yeah, of course.
You get that?
I mean, what we call luck is just preparation coming into contact with an opportunity.
Exactly. So you need to be able to prepare yourself, develop yourself, acquire some skills so that when the opportunity comes, you can grab it. So many opportunities are just passing by. Like we mentioned, you see, we talk about so many basic things which are around us. And because we don't have the skills, we don't have the knowledge, how do you tap into it?
And when the opportunities come, because we are not prepared, they feel like threats.
They become threats, not they feel like threats. And that is why we are complaining.
Yeah.
Because it's like we are not willing to change. We still want to be ourselves. I did business administration. Okay. Like for now, let me use myself as an example. I'm a chartered banker. So I expect government to at least employ me in any of the government banks. Or the banks should come and employ me. And now all the banks are filled. So what do? I sit back and I'm complaining. See, I've gone to school. I'm not a chartered banker. I don't even have any bank to work. And I'm now staying at home. What is wrong with me if my house around people, there's a need for plumbing. There's a need for other skills. What is wrong with me trying to acquire those skills so that I can make myself useful in that dimension?
Right.
You get that? But we've always limited ourselves that if the person did this course, that is it. That school, old age kind of mindset. You get that? So I'm this and that is all. You can't be any other thing. That is how we've grown and we've made our mind. But that is never true. So I think there are too many opportunities around us because we have too many problems.
Right.
You get that? Yeah. And problems bring opportunities because money hides in problems.
Yeah.
And opportunities are avenues that are supposed to help you, at least to expose you to be able to achieve your goals in life.
Right.
You get that? So if problems are around us, there are plenty, and problems are so many around us, they present a form of opportunity for us to be able to avail ourselves, acquire a certain level of knowledge and skills so that we can also create value in exchange for these problems, solving them, and then making money out of it. So I think it's true. Money hides in opportunities.
Yeah.
And if you want to make money and make more of it, opportunities are coming our way.
Yeah.
Especially if you are here in this country, in Ghana.
True.
Too many opportunities around us.
Yeah.
And you need to be ready. Prepare yourself for it.
Yeah.
Don't just sit back and don't limit yourself with the preparation. You need to at least have so many things that when this one comes, you can grab it. When this comes, you can grab it. When this comes, you can grab it. And when that comes, you'll be making a lot of money from here, here, and here, and not limiting yourself to one thing. I think another point that was made was that money hides in products and services. Everything you see all around us, people's products. And he used a funny word. He said they are people's brain shard.
Yeah.
You get that? That is something that was conceived by somebody.
Yeah.
And we are paying money for it. Actually, some people are even so much addicted to certain brands. I like Samsung phones. So no matter what, I'll only buy Samsung phones.
Yeah, I like Apple. So
you get that? So Apple, do you know what they are doing? you are exchanging money for Apple, which is somebody's product.
Yeah.
And everything you see all around you, you've exchanged money for it. You get that? Money hides, and people are making a lot of money. Apple is making millions of dollars from people like you. Because you like Apple. You get that? Yeah. And no matter what, you try to raise the money to buy it.
Yeah, but I also use them, and then I use them to provide service. So as money go, money come.
So what is happening is that you buy the Apple products, and then you make use of it in your business.
Right.
And what is your business? Your business seeks to solve a particular problem. You get that? With the IT and media stuff that you guys do, you try to connect whatever activity that is being done to other viewers outside.
Right.
So indirectly, you expand the audience. So you're solving a problem, and you will make money from it. But the Apple guys are also making their money from you. You get that? So products and services, if you want to make money, you need to come up with your products. You see, you are using their phones and their gadgets to develop a product. And that product is where you are able to connect the preaching to the people out there by increasing the audience of the preacher.
Right.
You get that? The preacher wants more audience, and you are solving that problem for him. And that is your service. So somebody wants money. You are staying in the house. Let me limit it to people of faith. All you do is stay in the house, you fast, you pray. You spend a lot of time at the church. I'm not saying it's not bad to be in the church. It's so good to be in the house of God. But then, after you've prayed and you fasted, faith without works
is dead.
And what is a dead faith? So faith without works is no faith. That is what it means. Anything that is dead is inactive. It doesn't exist. So faith without works is no faith. It means you are doing nothing. You are wasting your time. So you need to be able to come up with a product or a service. And services can be deduced from your talent.
Right.
From your talent, you can deduce services. You get that? I think it is a very important thing for us to acknowledge that money hides in products and services.
Right.
And we need to come up with our own product and services if you want to make money.
Yeah.
You see, you reduce less of other people's product and services, which I bet we can do that.
I mean, I have no issue when we are getting people's products, but in turn, we need to also use those products to provide a service that we can get the same money we've put in. We can get it back and even more. I mean, what's the world without it? It's a transaction. Money goes, it has to come back. But most of us, when the money goes, it doesn't come until, like, if we are monthly workers, until we receive,
somebody was saying something last time that some of our friends, our little brothers and sisters, and even our colleagues, they'll be looking for a job, they'll be looking for employment, and some of them, they complain, we don't have money, I don't have this. And sometimes when you look at the kind of phones they are using,
and the airtimes we are buying, and the data we are buying.
Sometimes compare the people that are working
It's true.
with the people that are not working. Especially go to the campuses and check the kind of phones and gadgets they are using. Go to the offices, compare the two. You get that? And most of this money, they got it easily.
Yeah.
They got it easily. And they just use it to buy it. Sometimes, before being in school, we have a way of scamming our parents to make money. We are all potential scammers. You tell your mommy, I need this, I need that for that book, for that book, for that book. And you collect the money. Well, you don't need it. Then you go and use it to buy expensive phones and gadgets. And then you will not use it for anything. You just use it to browse, to chats. And what else? Meanwhile, there are so many other things you can use the phone for. Just as you said, you can create value out of that product. The phone, on the media and now on the internet, there are a lot of opportunities, even works you can do online and make money.
Yeah.
You get that? But then we will not use the phone for that. We will not even think about that. But let me appreciate young people nowadays, because we realize that now we are growing up and we are getting more ambitious. So now you see people trying to put products on their WhatsApp pages and then their other pages.
Everybody's selling something.
Everybody's a trader in this country.
So you see, a friend shared something. He said, right now, it's easy to get people's contacts because they will add you and you'll be checking their status. You be checking status.
They want you to see what they
Yeah.
are selling. And sometimes they don't have the product themselves. So they even go, a friend
Yeah.
runs a boutique. They just go and take pictures of the clothes. Sometimes they wear it themselves, take pictures and put it there if you want it.
Yeah.
Then so if the thing is 100 CDs, they put 50 CDs on it. They make profit out of it. And I think it's a good initiative. But then let's look more within. We can do more than just that.
Yeah.
You see, and I believe that with our natural talent, if you improve it and develop it, that can make us more money than even that.
Yeah.
And I think it's true, money hides in products and services.
Yeah.
And you need to have your own brainchild and have your own label.
Yeah.
And that is where you make more money.
Yeah.
This time I'm not talking about just making money, making more money.
Right.
So you can patronize other people's products, help them make money, which is good. But if you want to make more money, then you need to come up with your own
Your
products.
own brainchild, yeah.
Then you can make more money.
Yeah,
and
that's
then you
right.
can really catch that man called money because that is where he hides.
Yeah, that's so true. It has really been an insightful session. We've talked about 5 things or 5 places where money is hidden. I think the first one is people, and then we have problems, then we have opportunities, we have gifts and talents, and we have products and services.
Yeah.
So in the next episode, we'll be talking about the other 5 places where money can be found. And let's get, to work. Think about something that we can do. And once we exchange value, money will flow in our direction. So thank you so much, Ben, for coming to share.
I appreciate
this with
you
us.
guys having me on your platform for this session. I think our last session was on growth, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I think you cannot grow without money.
Right.
You cannot grow without money. So
Yeah.
thank you very much. I appreciate it. And then we also appreciate anyone who is making time to watch this video. I believe that God through this session will really bless you and then guide you so that you can make more money.
Right. All right. So guys, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Thank you for connecting with me today. I hope this has inspired you. Please share this and also subscribe so you do not miss out on anything. See you on the next one. Bye.